Kenny bought this VX Racing Edition VXR to replace the Audi TT as Accelerate's next project car. The car was pretty standard when he bought it, but we wasted no time and got straight to modifying it. We wanted a baseline horsepower figure so we could see how much the modifications would affect the power. With the help of Lawrence at Wide Open Throttle Power, we put the VXR on his dyno and got a base figure of 225 brake horsepower. So we chucked a forged engine in, a bigger Pulsar 4849G turbo, fitted a methanol kit, larger diameter exhaust, and so on and so on. We then of course had it mapped to TTC in Swansea, and she's now making 470 brake horsepower and 429 foot-pound of torque. But since having it mapped, we were having issues with it going into gears, making it undrivable. Kenny and Reese went to the car bunker to pull the gearbox off and replace the concentric slave cylinder, but this still didn't fix the issue. Since you guys last saw the car, where it wouldn't go into gear, Kenny purchased another Helix clutch from A&E Motorsport in Skegness, who, by the way, were absolutely fantastic during the whole ordeal. And turns out they were actually the cheapest place to buy the clutch too. Now, Helix policy is that if an item is faulty, it needs to be returned for testing, which is fair enough. But as the VXR was stuck down at the car bunker, we simply didn't have the time or the facilities to remove the clutch and send it off. Even though Ben at the car bunker said it wasn't a problem, honestly, we cannot recommend the car bunker enough. Ben has been incredibly understanding and helpful with all this. When Helix received the old clutch and tested it, they had this to say. I have tested it and it was at the lower end of the setup height tolerance, so that explains your customer's issue. I will look into the spec going forward. Not quite sure what that means, but Kenny did receive a refund for the faulty clutch. The new clutch has now been fitted and everything is working as it should. So let's take it for the drive. Before we get into why Kenny's selling it, this is my first time out in the car since the beginning of time, it feels like, but since it's been at the power that it's been at. Now 470-ish brake, depending what it's boosting at. That was genuinely my first pull. I wasn't expecting... So Kenny warned me the noise is absolutely savage, and I will back you up on that. And that is like 50% of the experience.
Yes.
Even at lower speeds, it's been popping, burbling, but that's the first time you've properly put your foot down, and it is crazy. Do you think, I know you've had a lot of stress with it, but are you happy with how it's performing now?
I'm really happy with what I've created. It's been a struggle, but now it's done, it's complete, and it's an animal. I'm really, really pleased with the car now. I really am. I'm over the moon with it, but like the title says.
Yeah.
So as I do when I always complete a car, guess what I do? I'm really thinking of selling it.
Jesus.
Race. Yeah, that's...
Sorry, we nearly had a head on with a biker then.
Yeah, just so we can pass a Porsche.
Yeah.
So so now the car's all done and complete. Well, I say done and complete. It's got to go in for tracking alignment with Nathan at Lock Workshop on Thursday. Then it's complete.
Yeah. We
will, unfortunately, be saying goodbye to it.
And it's mad. You posted it. He's already had a few people interested. Today's Sunday.
Yeah.
Next Saturday from us filming today is Coombe. We've got someone hopefully looking at it, and if you've got anyone interested wants to come and look at it, it will be on our stand, the Accelerate stand at Castle Coombe.
Yes, it's like I said, I just enjoyed the build process. Now for me, as I always do with everything, I complete a car and then I'm like, right, what can I do with it? This is at a stage now where, stage 4 bro, no I don't, this is at a stage now where I can't really do much more to it. I can't do anything to it, can I? Without going stupid.
People are going to go, you can make it 3,000 horsepower. We are normal people, we've got normal paid jobs. Despite us having videos on YouTube, we're not millionaires.
No.
So we're very limited on funds, we're limited on time. So us as normal folk, we are limited to what we can do with our cars. Like without, Kenny could chase 600, 700, 1,000 brake just to brag to everyone, but with that comes immense cost.
Oh yeah, that's what I said. I've said on the advert, I say 19 into it. I'm over 20 into this car. Over 20
That's
this car.
scary.
I remember adding it up, and I stopped at 15 before I went for the big turbo, and then we rebuilt the head.
I bought like half my fleet for what you paid for the turbo. It's crazy.
This is what I mean. So yeah, this you can chase for power, but this is drivable. I just had something to say. I bet it wheel spins it. It really doesn't.
Okay,
Third, fourth.
Let's say it's span up second then, which you kind of expect.
You
the
do.
tyres are a bit cold.
Yeah, that's it. They were cold. Yeah, exactly.
But I want to feel it from third. Okay, I've said it before. People who are like, oh, anything under 500 brake, oh, it's not enough, it's not enough. That pulled incredible. I knew it was going to be powerful, but with all the supporting mods, like the diff, you could feel it was like trying to torque steer. But it gripped up in third.
It really hooks up, doesn't it?
And pulls like strong all the way through.
Yeah.
And the noise is just freaking incredible.
It's part of it. Like I told you, the first time I actually put my foot down in it, I did crap myself because I was like, what the hell's going on, you know?
I could see it being like even as a passenger, I could feel the torque steer. Like this is an intimidating car to drive. So like I said, you could chase 600-700 brake just to brag to the internet, but this is a flipping quick car now.
I wouldn't go more than this. And I've had people like comment and like, oh, don't take it over 380 brake and
yeah.
Do it. You just see how fun it is.
Yeah.
Why would you not?
It seems to be a sweet spot.
It does, yeah.
That noise. I say you haven't even got to be going full throttle for it to make you smile.
It's really addictive, so...
Oh, I bet. The screamers just... so aggressive.
I know, it's angry. And even just ticking over up there when a couple of young lads come up and had a chat with us and they were like, it just sounds aggressive, sat there like...
Yeah, even the idlers are flexed.
Yeah.
And what I find nuts... Another VXR. Oh, is that Reese?
I don't know, is it?
Yeah, I think it is. That bonnet vents.
Yeah.
Reese, if you're watching this, yeah, I think that was you.
You're blind because you didn't see us.
Yeah. So we were wondering about the screamer pipe, if it would get annoying. And Mark, whose Escort we actually featured, he said, nope, he said, screamers are for life. He said, you will not get bored of them. And so far, okay, I've only been out in here like 10 minutes, but...
I know, I was like, I'm getting rid of it before I heard it. And I wouldn't get rid of it.
No.
It is part of the experience.
It's not even as if you should daily, so it is just it's a bit of fun,
toy,
isn't it? So,
but like, it only does it when you're on full chat anyway.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, you
like,
wouldn't know
you're driving normal, and it doesn't start screaming at people.
Because this is what people get confused. I've had this conversation of people get confused on what a screamer pipe is. A lot of people think your screamer pipe is your exhaust. It's not.
No.
Your exhaust will come from the turbo. Your screamer is your wastegate. You only hear it when your wastegate opens. So, like Kenny said, when you're driving it normal, you will not notice.
No. That's the beauty about it. You can literally drive it around and it's not sticking on a bonnet. So,
so you're not burning anything.
Just drop my keys. So yeah, obviously the police don't like them for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
So it's not that obnoxious as in it stands out a lot. So you can't just see it sticking out the bonnet blowing flames. So yeah, it is a bit more discreet. You can get away with... Not on track though, I don't think you can drive it on track.
No, I think you would get pulled on track.
Yeah.
So, the internet's going to want to know, like he is selling it, do you know what you're going for next?
I don't know, to be honest. There's a couple of different options. I'm not 100%. Do I go big turbo again? Do I go rear-wheel drive? Do I go something lightweight? Do I go four-wheel drive? I just don't know what I want. You think about it now, I've built a couple of front-wheel drive cars. I had the TT, four-wheel drive, but that was the TT. I know it's not four-wheel drive as such, it's quattro, but I just don't know what I want now. Like I said, I love this thing, and if I had all the money in the world and we had way more subscribers, I'd be able to put it in the garage and just say, I'll just start another car.
If we were Matt Armstrong, then we'd keep it because it's been a staple for the channel, much like the EP3.
Yeah.
People know this car and they know it as the Accelerate VXR, which I absolutely love.
They do, yeah, and it does stand. The amount of people when I'm driving along, I took it to work the other day. I had 2 people waving to me and pulling up next to me, giving me all this. It does stand out, and that's what you want. But yeah, we're gonna obviously have to build something else, and you're gonna have to pull your finger out now and get something advertising on the channel. Get your little MX-5 with the writing on it on.
Yeah,
Get it out.
Pull my finger, yeah.
So, yeah, because like I said, I don't know how long it's going to be till I get something else, because we are going to, obviously, the features and reviews are going to be coming back thick and fast, because the weather's starting to break.
Yeah, finally.
Yay!
So, like we said, if you have got a cool car, if you have messaged us, like this is sort of the time of year now when we're going to start booking stuff in.
Yeah.
So by all means, drop us a message on Instagram, message Kenny directly on Facebook if you want. I'm useless for messaging back.
Yeah, and also I know we did have a few people message pre-Christmas. Once again, if we haven't got back to you regarding a date, please drop us another message, because, like I said, we just can't do anything over the winter. This winter as well, it hasn't stopped raining, have it?
Yeah,
the UK this year. Oh my God, what an absolute nightmare it's been. So, yeah, just drop us a message and we'll get it back on. I've got a pretty cool daily, I think. So that'll be coming on the channel. We're doing some mods.
Well, I got a new daily. You got a new daily.
Yeah, a little bit
and
different,
again,
different end of the spectrum.
It shows
cool.
how different we are as petrol heads, our taste in cars. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, so we will do a little review on mine soon, because it's there.
I'm not going to review mine, but that's feels like it's barking at me like right by there. Yeah, my new daily is, I mean, it's me, so it doesn't work. I bought it, not working, so mine is a video on building it, getting it roadworthy. Kenny's is just, this is a nice car, we're going to do a review on it.
Yeah, we'll do some nice stuff. Like I said, I got some plans for it. Some pretty cool plans. We've got some pretty cool ideas for it as well, to do something different because of what it is. Do you know what I mean? You don't see many of them like modified or messed with.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would be pretty different, pretty interesting as we do.
Yeah.
But it's pretty gangster, I think.
Yeah. So obviously, if you've made it this far, obviously we're massively grateful. But anyone who supported the VXR build, we've met so many people because of this car. So many helped the VXR community. Well, in general, you guys are so helpful. If you have helped at all, even just by spreading your knowledge and things like that, again, thank you.
And also, don't forget, we will be still having a VXR on the channel. My mate Reese does have a VX Racing, which he's building for a big turbo,
which is crazy.
So we will still have.
Yeah, because a lot of people like the VXR content, so thanks to Reese, we will be sort of dabbling in the VXR content as well. Anytime he does something cool, I'm sure he'll let us, like, I don't know, take it out, do a video on it or whatever. Definitely.
He's just had a map with Giz Motorsport, and they've just done 4-stage map on it with launch control.
It's Asbo.
No lift shift.
Yeah.
It sounds insane. So
yeah,
once again, there will be more content VXR coming.
So yeah, we are always planning. Oh, we haven't been up here in ages, have we?
I haven't. I'm trying not to boost it too much because I got to take it back and have the boost turned down. So yeah, it's boosting. It was on the dyno at 25 psi, which dyno at 470 brake and 430 foot-pound of torque. I was told anything around 28, 29 psi is going to be over 500 horsepower, and it's about 28, 29 psi on the road. So
and I can back that because it feels pretty damn quick.
Yeah, so I got to have it just notched down a little bit. So.
I wouldn't care if it was 100 horsepower if it made that noise.
I know, didn't it?
So yeah, we have, like I said, we're always always planning for content. Like I said, Kenny and I, well, I've got a full-time job. Kenny works 20 minutes a month, but we have got very busy lives as well as planning content and stuff like that. So thanks for sticking with us. But yeah, we will no idea what's coming next, but it's gonna be cool.
It will.
So thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We will see you in the next one. Boost! Don't say. Oh yeah, I like it. Jesus.